The story of the blood vessel begins in a small village of Nembi, in Nigeria. The people of Nembi were poor but happy until they discovered oil in the small town, causing oil spillage that resulted in death and the ruin of the environment. The youth had had enough and started protesting against the oil drilling. They took matters into their own hands and started burning the oil rigs and offices, which led to the burning of a soldier on duty, leading to a search for the people by the soldiers. While some youth were risking their lives protesting, two of the youths, Abi and Oyin, in Nembi, were chopping love, a love that led to an unborn baby in Oyin's stomach.
Promise. Say you no go see that boy again.
The father of Oyin forbade her from seeing the honey boy, Abi, who got her pregnant, threatening to send her to the city for an abortion. The father locked her up, and in anger, took a cutlass to cut the honey boy into pieces. The honey boy was buying roasted plantain for his lover Oyin, barely missing the angry father searching to cut him down. Abi, in love, visited the locked-up Oyin and broke her free to avoid their child being aborted. Meanwhile, the father went to Abi's house and rampaged, threatening to cut down Abi if he saw him. The couple made a run for it and broke free. The soldiers rounded up all the youths in search for Deji and Boma, the people who burned the soldier. In Africa, the biggest crime you can commit is killing a soldier. The whole town was shut down by the military. The two lovers hid underwater to escape the soldiers, while the people responsible for the burning, Deji and Boma, also hid close to them. Meanwhile, Olutu walks in on Tikina, his little brother, asking him if he really intends to come with him on the journey. The skinny, stubborn village DB insisted he wanted to come. Olutu and Tikina packed their bags and bid their mother farewell. Oyin's father named Abi, the honey boy, as the leader of the gang.
Dangerous boy, you shoot him.
Leading to a search for Abi by the soldiers. As fate would have it, the gang of lovers ended up with Boma and Deji, crossing paths with Olutu and his brother Tikina. The new gang, by chance, found themselves together, running from the soldiers. Teneka, Olutu's brother, encountered a python on his neck while fleeing from the soldiers. The scared boy almost wet his pants, but Boma, a brave man, killed and roasted it for them to eat. Olutu, having lost the sailor who promised them passage, decided to ask the group for help and reveal their plan to escape on a vessel. The rest of the group decided to join, as they all needed to run away. They searched for the sailor, who took the money and led them onto the vessel under the cover of night, hiding them below deck. He informed them that they would have to eat once a day and not come upstairs, no matter what. Mr. P suffered a heart attack just before they left, and he was taken off the ship by the ship owner Igor. The ship left the bay, and the group below deck was happy to be leaving the village. Abi decided to gather the food they had together, but Deji refused, leading to a fight. Boma intervened to break them up. They landed in Accra, Ghana, picking up some girls cause Ghana girls are fine, and the ship owner, Igor, attempted to bribe the Navy trying to inspect their cargo.
I am not my predecessor.
However, the Ghana Navy refused the dollars. Deji, the stubborn man, was restless and wanted to go up to check why they were getting no food from Mr. P, the sailor. Igor, the ship owner, bribed the top generals of the Navy, allowing them to escape the Ghana Navy.
This girl won't run us another depressing story.
Oyin told the hungry squad a sad story about slave traders coming to steal their ancestors to sell them. Teneka and Oyin, the two village DBs, had sleepless conversations about missing home and not being outside for this long. The village debate continued, and the town boys, Degbi and the honey boy Abi, shared drinks and started to like each other. The hungry and restless Degbi wanted to go upstairs to find food, despite the whole gang advising him not to. They let him go but told him to be smart and be on guard. Degbi made his way to the kitchen to get food slowly, while the shippo Igor did dirty with the girls they had picked up from Accra. Degbi makes it to the kitchen, but was not smart at all, only to be caught by one of the girls setting off an alarm and being knocked out by the guards with a gun.
So how did you get on my ship?
He wakes up to Igor right in front of him with guns and so much food. Meanwhile, Abi, the honey boy, plans to go look for medicine for his girl Oyin, who is sick. Boma tells him that it's a stupid quest but lets him go. Degbi enjoys the food and starts telling Igor everything, giving up the location of the other people. With a full stomach, Degbi tells them to relax, assuring them that the shipowner is soft and not a threat. They accuse them of being a spy
Shoot us now, we'll be like spies, we'll be like intel.
And they start turning on each other. Degby, the first to eat, is the first to get a bullet to the head, leaving the girl from across screaming and crying, demanding to leave. They lock up the rest, but Abby is the only one not there. The Accra girls leave, and the vessel makes it to Cape Verde. There, they are searched again, finding the stowaways but leaving them and taking a bribe. Boma gets hold of a knife and takes one of them hostage. They circle him to take him out, but Abby knocks the guy off right before he could kill Boma. The gunshots create a distraction, causing the hostage Boma held to stab him in the leg, and Boma accidentally slits her throat. Killing Igor's sister, Igor skins Boma alive and tells them to find Abby, who is still at large on the ship. The skinny honey boy manages to hide from detection, moving around in the ship. The rest of the gang left alive is taken to Igor, who questions them, thinking they are spies.
A fight to the death.
He gives them a chance for one of the two brothers, Olutu and Teneka, to leave the ship, a fight to the death. Olutu refuses, but village Degby, Teneka, wants to fight his brother. Olutu refuses and slaps him around for even trying. Teneka catches the defenseless Olutu and puts a knife to his neck. However, Olutu lets him know that blood is thicker than water, and whatever happens, they are still brothers. Impatient, Igor lets them know he is serious, fight or die. So Olutu takes his own life to spare village Degby. Teneka asks where to go, and Igor says, back to Africa, shooting him in the leg and throwing him off the board. The honey boy Abby comes to save his girl but gets interrupted and flees. Abby finds out the captain of the ship is tied up too and frees him. Owen lets Abby know over the telecom that Igor will kill her if he doesn't come out by the count of 10. Abby, driven by love and a bit of honeyness, comes out to save Owen and turns himself in.
You've been a real pain in the ass.
Igor asks Abby if he loves his girlfriend Owen, with a gun in his hand, shooting Owen in the head. Abby cries as Owen's lifeless body gets tossed into the ocean. Taken to the slaughter room to be skinned alive, Boma comes to his rescue, killing one of the men and urging Abby to fight. The honey boy, heartbroken with a gun in his hand, reminiscing about his lover, starts killing the men, taking the first guy out only to end up fainting, letting Igor catch him and bring him back to the skinning room. The honey boy eludes Igor, stabbing him in the back and playing hide and seek with him. He shoots Igor in the leg and takes him out with a shot to the head. Abby goes back to the hole, remembering all his people as they lived in the small space in the ship, hungry but alive and happy. Abby, the only one left, cries like a baby as the captain dumps the bodies of the white men into the ocean. He finds drawers full of cash and shares it with the captain. Abby returns to the village of Nembi and meets the parents of each of the people that died on the vessel, letting them know their children are dead and sharing the money he found on the vessel with them. In Olutu's house, he finds out that Takina is alive but lost a leg after being thrown overboard by Igor. They hold him down just for Abby to tell him Owen is dead. The shock leaves him sitting with tears. Abby, now a rich man, bids farewell to his mother and leaves for Lagos to start over. Meanwhile, Owen's father buys guns and heads to Abby's home, ready to shoot him down for stealing his daughter and coming back to say she is dead. But Abby narrowly escapes, leaving before he comes.